Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time to do a scrapbook process video that is the BoBunny Stash Bash series that I've been doing, honestly, I think for a year or more. Working my way through my BoBunny. And what I have is, this is all I have of this one. So I'm going to be able to do this collection with one layout, I think. If I have anything left, it'll either go in my scraps or something like that. It's Modern Miss, and I know I saw the year on here. Modern Miss 2014. Yep, 2014. So all I have left is, this is the one single full-size sheet I have, which I just love this anyway, so that's okay. It's this too, but I prefer this side. This is the back side of the collection. I may use it as a white cardstock. I'm going to have to see about it. I do have these pieces here. And again, I've got like, you know, a couple of vertical pieces, I guess. This is cute. This kind of goes with that. So I don't have a lot. Like I said, this is kind of what I got left. I do have this cut aparts thing here. It has this on the back side, but I may cut these out and use these maybe. Maybe this. I don't know. And then this cute little like kaleidoscope looking thing was the back side. And then here's a gray version. So I'm kind of thinking I might like do something. I may tear these or something. I'm not sure yet. And then I have this chipboard here too, which I really like this because it has all these days of the week. I love these numbers here. Don't know how I'm going to use those. Little glasses. There's a hello, which is cute. But anyway, there's plenty to wear. I love this. I actually love this chipboard set here. This is great. Different sizes, different things. And even the stickers, they started getting a little more sophisticated and cutting them in actual shapes versus squares. So this is cute. Always better with a new pair of shoes. I don't know. I got letters for title if I want. So I think I'm definitely going to mount this on this page just because that's the size it fits. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's kind of neat right there. I may have to do that, and then maybe I use the yellow. I don't know. That could be neat. This is just my daughter. It was just a day. I remember taking this day before, is in the morning before school, and she would have been 5th grade. She got this done at Disney. So I think she was 10 here, if I'm not mistaken. Because we took her... No, hold on. She was 8. Sorry, you guys. She was 8. So that's how old she was here. Okay, so this is, let me look at my papers and kind of think about a design here. And I'll be back on and we will kill this entire collection. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I don't know if I've really 100% decided what the design's going to be at this point, except I'm going to trim this little piece down and tear the bottom. Sometimes I do things and I go, well, I might have went a little too small, but it's okay. This is going to work out just fine. Could have had a little extra length on it, but it works out fine. And then the reason I say that is because it's kind of hard to see the little kaleidoscope pieces after I get everything done. I do like this navy with these little gold polka dots, and it was just the right length for it to just be a perfectly, a vertical stripe. So I thought, I'm going to stick it with that. And then this gray here, I decided to lay behind the photo. I trimmed this to 4 inches. Again, this is one that, frankly, I probably could have gone a little longer, and I ended up tearing it shorter than I meant to, really. But, again, it works anyway. Sometimes, you just kind of bob and weave with your scrapbook layouts. So I'm kind of trying to do, like, little offset layers here. I'm just building a big old photo block. At this point, and also I want to use every paper. If I can get rid of all these papers, which in the end, spoiler alert, I do use basically everything. I end up with a handful of scraps, and I just trash them. I know, gasp. I have some that were good enough sized. I probably should have made some kind of die cut out of it or something. But I figure this stuff's 11 years old, and I really didn't want to store it anymore. So it was small enough scraps I don't have too much heartburn over throwing them away. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to trim this in half, or basically in half, because I kind of want to make another little layer behind the photo. I think this looks cute. I run out of my ATG again on this layout, and I'm like, how did I do that? I literally just got this thing, I don't know. I thought it was 2 weeks ago. I'm going to have to up my subscription, you guys. I get one a month. And yeah, I'm definitely going through more than one a month, so I'll have to be updating that. I did fussy cut out the little viewfinder thing and the bingo card. I cut out the bicycle there in a way. Thought maybe I could use it, but then I decided no. I did keep that. By the way, I think. I'm not certain now that I say that. Did I throw that away? I don't know. But I'm going to use a little viewfinder, and then I find this little kaleidoscope chipboard piece, and I thought, well, this is kind of cute. Initially, I put it to the left, and then I go, why are you doing that? That does not look right, Christine. I'm going to shift it in just a second. I love this little photo strip looking thing here. I think that's too cute. So that's going to go at the bottom of the photo. I'm going to kind of pull that across, and in a second I'm going to try a tag up in the upper right, and that's when I realize, well, that's kind of too little. I need something bigger up there, and I think that's where I decide I'm going to move over the kaleidoscope thing and put that there, and I actually enjoy that. And then in a second, I'm going to realize I want to put the bingo card up there, but I think I'm going to wiggle these things. That Say Cheese is actually going to end up above the photo, or excuse me, the viewfinder thing in a second. It's going to, I guess it's going to end up being my title. That's what I'm going to end up calling it, Say Cheese. Here's where I realized I just ran out of friggin' ATG. Now I realize, okay, I haven't glued anything down, so I have to start gluing stuff down. Or maybe this is where I run out, because I think I get like 3 corners of this, and then realize, oh shoot, I just ran out of ATG, so I'm going to have to pull out, actually I'll pull out glue dots. So sometimes, you go to the expos and things like that, and if you do like the make and takes, or you do different things, or sometimes they'll give you in their bag, you'll get like a little tape runner or something, and I've got a few of those in my drawer here, so I'm going to end up pulling out a glue dot tape runner toward the end, because this thing definitely runs out of sticky stick. Okay, so I've kind of got this going here, and then honestly, I'm going to do, I'll end up realizing I need to put a foam underneath the picture in just a minute, because I'll glue this all down, and then I'll start trying to mess with that chipboard kaleidoscope deal, and realize that's going to end up being messed up, because I'll lift the corner of the photo and it won't look right. So I'm going to pull out the little, what are those called, the little bits out of the photo, out of the thing here. And then now I have gone ahead and put the foam up underneath the photo, and then put the kaleidoscope thing behind it. I've also got foam on Say Cheese. And of course I did have to put a little foam on the left-hand side of that photo thingy, the photo strip, because it's on top of the photo, which now has foam. So I find this little heart that says hello, and I think that looks really cute. So that's going to be the bottom right. So as per, design or whatever, scrapbook stuff, everybody's always trying to build visual triangles. That's basically what I've done here. There's a cute little sticker that says dress to the nines. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that kid's wearing the best outfit ever. I don't mean that really, but she just looked cute. I mean, she did have the little hair deal in there, and her little dress, or her little, I think it was a shirt. It might have been just a little t-shirt, but I remember it had like a cute little decoration on the front of it. Here's where I'm readjusting my Say Cheese. I'll also pull out, I don't know if I do it right now, but I'll pull out the lipstick chipboard thing. Zero reason for that, except I just enjoyed the vertical nature of it. I pull out these little kaleidoscope stickers here, and I'm going to put that on the left-hand side of the photo. It offers almost like a little scallop border, and I'm going to put that there. I look and I try to use more stickers, but I end up having, it's 2 sticker sheets, y'all, and I didn't even use the red letters. I thought I might. I did not. That Say Cheese is going to get tilted yet again. Here's where I pull this little like swirly-whirly thing out. It takes me just a second, because it's kind of, the way it's cut, it kind of grabs a hold of the stuff that it's in. I'll end up having to use Nuvo glue, by the way, on these things to hold them down, the little chipboard pieces, because they're kind of old. And, well, kind of. I mean, I just told you guys they're 11 years old. So I'm going to have to use a little Nuvo glue to hold them down, but that's fine. I put that down there. I just think that looks neat. I think it's a good little border, so I did that. And then I see the little chipboard like hearts and things, and I think, okay, these could be cute little things to sprinkle around. So I'm going to put little pieces just kind of around in various different little spots. I'm a little too high right now. I can see that. Sorry, I tend to do that to myself because I don't know why. Here's that lipstick piece I told you about. There's no real good reason for that. She don't have lipstick on, but honestly, I just think it's cute. And again, I put in a little flower down there. At some point, I'm going to say, you know what? I need a little something extra. What's so funny is I made a comment during that little intro there. I really enjoyed the numbers and the days of the week, and I don't even use them. I'm not certain when I'll use them. I do like them. I like numbers for like sequence photos, so I may need to look and see if I have any photos that I've taken. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. Or, you know what I could do? Maybe what I'll do is a layout where I do like a picture every day of the week or something like that, and I can use my those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday things to just create like a day in the life or something like that. I may do something like that. I used to see that with like Project Life stuff, and I haven't done that in a long time. So here's the Say Cheese. I'm going to kind of tilt this back and forth, and it finally ends up like that. And I think I'm going to come along and do some little glue piece. I'm going to glue a little bit. Oh, I got to fix this foam piece here. I stuck it up underneath there, but not attached it because that corner didn't have any foam on it. I should have probably cut that part out, but you know what? Sometimes it is what it is. Here's me using that little glue dot roller there. I'm out of my ATG. But this is where I'm going to decide that I want to put some ink down, or sprinkles. So I'm going to get over into my shimmers paints here, and I've got this gold. It kind of goes, I think, with those little gold dots and stuff like that. I did cover the photo, of course, and I'm going to sprinkle these, and I really enjoy this. I think this turns out great. And this particular paint here has a bit of a texture to it when it dries. It has like a little raised look to it, and so I think this turned out really pretty. So that is my Modern Miss Stash Bash from BoBunny. That is the only layout I'll do with this one. A lot of times, you know, I'll start a kit and realize I got to do 2 or 3 months worth, but this one I was able to do just the one because that's all I had left. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to do the like and subscribe. And if you say hello, I will say hello back. Have a great one. Bye.